medical students have so far died because of sickle cell disease, and one student from the Uganda Christian University. So, with that need of urgency, with my team, we decided to sit down and look at the knowledge of sickle cell disease and the associated factors among undergraduate students here locally at Makerere University. And this is a cross-sectional study. Our major objectives were to determine the knowledge of sickle cell disease, and then also to get to know the associated factors that influence this knowledge among the undergraduate students at Makerere University. As you can see from this diagram here, they are showing sickle cell, normal red blood cells, and the crescent hormone-shaped sickle cells that can be found in the blood of the sicklers. And when a red blood cell develops that shape, it loses plasticity. And the end result of it all, there are pain episodes encountered by the sicklers. So, we sought approval from the Makerere University School of Public Health Research Ethics Committee, and we have registered our study with the Uganda National Council of Science and Technology. We got the informed consent from the participants, and we recruited about 385 undergraduate students whom we self-administered the questionnaire about social demographic characteristics, awareness, and knowledge levels. And these were our results. Majority of the students were aged between 18 and 22, with the average mean being 22.8 years, predominantly from the College of Health Sciences, and they were single. So the awareness levels were high at 94.81%, but low rates of testing for sickle cell disease at 92.73%. And knowledge about testing locations was very low at 55%. So, on conducting the logistic regression analysis to see the factors associated with this knowledge, there was no significant association found between age, sex, marital status, and other social demographic factors that we are trying to examine. Whereby this tries to show that we have to do more to dive deeper into understanding other factors that can be cultural beliefs and other personal perspectives in our next study, to dive deeper. And this shows how complex this issue with the sickle cell disease knowledge is. So, as I'm concluding, despite the highness, significant gaps still exist in knowledge, and testing rates for sickle cell disease among undergraduate students are still very low. And awareness should be created more, so that we get to know more about where we can test from. So there are recommendations that I can give to the responsible stakeholders, even you here, you are stakeholders, you students, our administrators, the Vice Chancellor. I also got a permission from him. So this information he is going to also share. So we have to implement educational interventions focusing on sickle cell disease awareness and testing. And at our university hospital, there are no screening services for sickle cell disease, which is so alarming. So we need to do much more and conduct further research into understanding these factors that influence the knowledge levels. So me as a researcher, in my next study, I'm starting from here. I will build on and dive deeper. So we had some limitations. The research was self-reported, which could incur some recall bias, and the sample size was limited to only Makerere University. So that's it. Then I acknowledge these people, students who responded, the HEPI SU by Professor Sarah Chiguri and my study team headed by my co-investigator, Mr. Jabim Filiam, Aroki Lintoni, and many more others, and my mentors, Dr. Lawrence Ndejo and Lydia Namakura Nabawanuka. Thank you so much. And this study was funded by the Fogatro International Center of the National Institutes of Health, the USC Department of State's Office of the USC Global AIDS Coordinator and Health Diplomacy. I can stop there. Thank you so much for being here.
I'd like to invite Mr. Jabim to please take over for the awarding of the accolades.